What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, D and Duel commentary. Okay, so we've got top dollar 1682 versus not an, or is that Nothin of the meta? Nothin of the meta. Okay. Nothin of the meta. Okay, that's his name, I guess. 1521. Okay. Let's see. Right now, basically, the duel just seems to be back and forth. Nothin trying to play, well, he keeps trying to play Scout, and then it keeps getting hit with, Spell Shattering Arrow. He finally gets himself a sacrifice. I think he's just, he's kind of already in beatdown mode. Why am I saying that? The entire deck is beatdown mode. Outside of the OTKs that you occasionally, oh, dude, don't tribute for disc. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to tribute for disc. I'm going to say, don't do something stupid. If you tribute for disc, and then, you won't be able to special summon because you use duality. Alright, so he tributes after equipping a sacrifice, for carrier, and he got his MST effect, and then obviously he gets to search with sacrifice, and he's going to play Scout. I wouldn't be shocked if he just got another sacrifice, honestly. Just get another one and equipped it. I have no idea what Top Dollar is playing. I've done some duels on Top Dollar, but, you know, well, he's playing, you know what? I think he's playing S Knights. Yeah, don't quote me on that. I think he's playing S Knights. Like, what else really plays Breakthrough Skill? And holy crap, Breakthrough Skill is only 99 cents. I think I might have to get some of those. Like, at least 2 copies, maybe 3. Okay, so instead he gets, carrier. He might want to try and set up his pendulum scale. He cannot pendulum summon this turn. You play duality, so yeah. And Top Dollar just basically says what I just said. You play duality, you can't special. That's really unfortunate because, if Top Dollar exitons him, then you just get just destroyed. I'm talking like prison rape, no lube. So anyways, obviously he can't pendulum summon. Regeki is played. Not really that great. MST is played on, I guess, Scout. Yeah. Get rid of that. And play will go back to Nothin. And looks like he's just content going beatdown. Obviously, he can't pendulum summon for anything because he has a 1 and a 4. So it's like, what the hell are you going to do? Ah, there it is. So Top Dollar is playing, what's it called? So he is, in fact, playing, we can't even think now. He is playing Satellar Knights. Alright, so he could obviously, I would go Castel. I'd put this shit back in your deck, and then I'd run this motherfucker over. And I would just hope that you didn't top deck something good. I would hope that you top decked another shitty, like, disc or something like that, something that you can't do anything with. If you top deck Scout, I will punch you through the computer. Oh lord. Or summoners are, that's the same thing as Scout, basically. Actually, it's better because it thins your deck. But yeah, so Top Dollar is playing S Knights as I thought he was. He is gonna go for the Castel play. Castel, spin, attack. Elementary right there. So it's unfortunate that he didn't have Deneb. If he had Deneb, he might, honestly, he may have just won off the Deneb because he would have had the Castel play, but then he would have had, an Altier in hand. Like that would have been enough for him to win. Cause he could have next turn, he could have made like Diamond Direwolf pop this, and then like Nothin just wouldn't have had nothing basically. So right now, beatdown mode has basically been flipped, and I wouldn't, like, you kind of have to be careful when you're playing against Qliphorts. Like, you can't just randomly MST them, their back row, and like, you can't go like randomly popping with Diamond Direwolf. Like, I know Diamond Direwolf doesn't really happen that much anymore, but you can't go after like back rows. Like, remember how Infernity used to like religiously do that? You can't really do that much, and this is why. He's gonna equip Sacrifice. But, that's why, because people will randomly, that was a good play, by the way, the Solemn Warning. Nothin has, one of these cards is Sacrifice, and it's completely dead. And he's begging Top Dollar to like this goes to the grave. He's begging this card or him to like blind MST it. But that's why you don't like blind MST against Qliphorts, in my personal opinion. Alright, so I think that as long as Top Dollar gets a monster, he'll win. And that's actually 3 really good options. I think you'd take the bottomless. Wait, yeah. Yeah, I think you have to take the bottomless. The Fairy Wind is interesting because if you attack, you put your opponent at 400 and they already have 1 on board, which means you could technically kill them with Fairy Wind. If they activate anything, you just chain Fairy Wind and you hit 1 and then whatever the hell they activated, and that's 2, and then you basically win. Okay, so Top Dollar takes game 2. Here's what's really interesting about that match. Noten said that, or at least he kind of insinuated that he didn't know what the hell Top Dollar was playing, but it was game 2. So it was like, you didn't see game 1? And S-Knights isn't a deck that really hides it. Like, I mean, all the monsters, unless your opponent just like set Honest and nothing else. I mean, and even Honest, I would just assume, like I know Shadow players are playing it now. I think that's really cool, but just in general, I would assume S-Knights. It could have been a situation where Top Dollar just bricked and, you know, he just got railroaded. Now again, this matchup is supposed to be very bad for Satellar Knights. One of the problems I would think that S-Knights are going to have here is the Qliphorts are all bigger than them. They're 1800s. The fact that they become 21 is kind of irrelevant because if you can't kill an 18, you can't kill an 81, a 21. So it's like, it doesn't do that much more. But, yeah, that card is definitely a problem for them. I think going second, ideally, I would probably want, well, A, I'd want an answer to Scout. B, I would want Deneb, and then C, I'd probably want like a D Prison because you're probably gonna go Vanilla Beat, which like it's exactly what he's doing right now. Okay, I thought he was gonna activate Sacrifice, but I guess not. He activates Art to get another what's it called? Another Scout. I actually played against somebody. It was like one of my first matches against Qliphorts with Qliphorts, and he played double Scout. And I ended up, he couldn't pendulum summon. I ended up winning. He got so much advantage, but then he couldn't do anything. Excuse me. So, Night Beam is played. I just have to say, I think Night Beam is such a good card right now. I might do a discussion on it. I've got this kind of floodgatey, like crazy, it's kind of inconsistent deck. It's basically all floodgates. Well, floodgate monsters, I guess. It's like 3 Vanities, 3 Majesties. I think I run 3 Caius, or no, 3 Ryza, cause you can't super poly it. 1 Caius, like 2 Kark-IDs, and a whole bunch of, you know, like Monarch Stormforce and shit. It's really good against BA and Shadows, but, like, it's basically all just like, monsters that are kind of floodgatey against, those 2 decks. So, you see that Scout is played, he pays the 800, he activates another Scout, and again, we already knew he had the second Scout. Top Dollar has himself, he has himself a Vega in hand. Question is he going to have enough life to basically survive this? This is the superpower play that Qliphorts do, and I guess this play is why people call them an OTK deck. It's when, you kind of have like a Helix or Carrier on board. You tribute for Disc. Disc brings out an insane amount of damage. I mean, Disc brings out 36 basically for free. And then a lot of times you can attack. And if you have, Sacrifice, then you pendulum summon for like even more fucking beat sticks. So that's exactly what he's gonna do. I mean, this right here is just, you know, attack. Oh my god, if he has Honest, that's gonna be the craziest shit ever. I'm thinking it might be a bluff though. It could be a bluff. This could be a super troll bluff. Or he could legitimately have Honest. If he legitimately has Honest, okay, he legitimately had Honest. That was fucking awesome. Here's the crazy thing. Not only will this die, but he can't do anything. He can't exceed or any of that. And then he has this fucking card in attack mode. Oh my god, this is horrible. This is so bad. And I think is Helix and Carrier, right? They're both gonna die. And he can easily run this guy over. Now I forget is this one the one that gives you 300? All cleaves you control gain 300. Yeah, okay. All right. So Vanities is played. Okay, now that was a preemptive strike. What's it called? He did that so that Top Dollar obviously couldn't go, like, he couldn't just go super ham on him. But it doesn't matter because he summoned Scout in attack mode. It's still going to get ran over. He will lose Vanities. I don't think he has enough I don't think he can, like, exit on him, which is kind of a problem. Oh, wait, I'm lunching. They go to the extra deck, so he can't special regard. I'm thinking it's going to go to the graveyard. I'm retarded. Alright, so Vanities is a huge there. Very, very huge. He can obviously play Scout. Again, he can get some cards. And I mean, the Vanity is probably saved the day for Noten, because I think that he was going to get hung out to dry. I think he was going to go Deltaros on him. Deltaros would have just been able to pop. He would have taken some damage. It would have been really, really bad. Only way he could probably be saved is like a dimensional prison, but then he'd still be able to pendulum summon. So he wouldn't be like super safe. So, I mean, ideally, if you were Top Dollar, you'd want to draw an MST and then have like Altair. You know what I mean? Like that would be the ideal situation. All right. So you see him set one. I don't even know if I would technically set, because like if he had Night Beam, then he can't Night Beam anything. But if he has Night Beam now, he can Night Beam you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you opened yourself up to Night Beam, and he ends up having MST. So I guess it's all the same. He activates Skill Drain to get some attack. I'm gonna call it right now. I'm gonna say this is called the Haunted. This is just a guess. I'm gonna say that that's called the Haunted. He says, "You're so mad, attack." So you're at mad attack. Okay. Yeah, it's 3,000 because the skill drain will resolve first, basically. And then it'll jump this dude to 24. And then he'll gain 300 from this, and then he'll gain 300 from that. The emptiness dies. I'm just going to call this called the Haunted. I don't know if it's called the Haunted or not. I just think it's called the Haunted. That's just my personal opinion. Alright, so there's Altair. Oh lord, it's game. All he has to do is... No, it's not game. I'm thinking Deltaros, but it's not. Okay. Flying Sea. Show me Alpha Nova. Solemn Warning. Even better. Even better. Okay, so he gets another Altair. Actually, you know what? I'm lunching. It is... Well, I think it is game. Because I'm trying to think if you Trevor him or if you Deltaros him. Yeah, I guess you Trevor him. Alright, so everything gets bounced to hand. I think I would have attacked. I think I would have put it in attack mode, honestly. Just because you can't, what's it called? You can't, alright, so he's gonna activate Trevor's effect. Because, alright, here's the thing. If you attack him, he can't activate Scout anymore. He says, what was that? What was what? What was what? He says, I rolled and you shuffled your hand. He says, I don't know. I was giving you a shuffle before you pick. Okay, that's logistics. I guess Top Dollar is playing this conservatively. You know what? I guess if he hits the wrong card, he could get Pendulum Railroaded. So he might not want that. So he goes for 2. I guess it's the middle card. And it's Sacrifice, which kind of sucks. Unless he has like Soul Charge. Alright, so he doesn't. He just passes. Alright, so he's going to play Scout. He pays the 800. And I mean, I would just guess he's going to go for Disc. Yeah. He goes for Disc. I mean, Disc can get it in. The Pendulum Summon is what I would be afraid of. I don't really think the other guys are that big of a deal. It's the Pendulum Summon that'll get you. I'm trying to think of how he could have possibly played out of that. Wait a minute. I'm lunching. I think there may have been a way for him to play out of that. Alright, so Trevor's gonna get bounced, and I think he's gonna get, he'll get OTK. I think the better play may have been what's it called? The better play may have been to go Ragnar Zero. Cause Ragnar Zero would have what's it called? Ragnar Zero would have gotten you a draw. And I guess when your opponent pendulum summoned, you could have used Ragnar Zero again. Although I don't know. What was the right play? Alright, so he says you cheated. What? He says you couldn't summon Flying Sea. When did he do Flying Sea? Oh Lord, oh wow. Yeah, I totally forgot. You can't special summon monsters that are not Qliphorts, right? That means you can't even, Flying Sea. That came up when somebody was talking about Burning Abyss. Well, if he has Solemn Warning back, then basically all he has to do is just negate your fucking pendulum summon. I mean, it kind of changes things. It really does change things. Alright, so I guess they're gonna repair the game state. He says, I'm sending the 2 back from disc. This is a crazy duel. He should add Flying Sea back to his hand then. Yeah, okay. I guess they're trying to repair the game state. He's putting Flying Sea in his opponent's hand. Somebody in the chat must have let him know. Cause I don't think that that's something you just randomly think about. Like 2 turns after it happens. Or, well, a turn after it happens. He says he's gonna pay 800. He's gonna get himself a disc. Okay, I just thought about this. I don't think that you don't warning the pendulum summon, you warning the disc, because if your opponent pendulum summons, how exactly can they get over 25 defense with Trevor? Like they can't. You know what I mean? Like these dudes will all be what, 2100? He plays Sacrifice and he tributes for this. That is what you warning. Yeah, that is definitely what you use Solemn Warning on. So he'll search for Sacrifice, and I guess he'll just pendulum like a whole bunch of dudes in defense mode. Cause alright, I'm thinking if your guys are 18, they get 300, they go to 21. I was thinking if you would have gotten another, another Sacrifice, like they can only get the 2400, right? And if you keep all those cards in your hand, your opponent will just Trevor them away. Like you're kind of giving them free reins to just Trevor them. Trevor also shouldn't have 2 materials on it. I just realized that Trevor should only have 1 material. I think. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It takes 3, S-Knights. Yeah, I'm lunching. Got the whole rank 4 brain of, got the whole mindset of 2 monsters. Yeah. Alright, so everything is fine. Alright, so that's what, he's gonna pendulum summon a whole bunch of dudes in defense mode. And some dudes in attack mode. And he just passes. Okay. If he does make another Trevor, he will win. He takes out whatever is the card in his hand. I think it was the card he just searched. I think it was a carrier. Nope, sorry. It was Flying Sea. I'm dumb. Yeah, he obviously takes out Flying Sea before he can special summon it, which it doesn't matter because he has Scout. He can't even use it. He goes for Altair. And that's game. He special summons Una. All he has to do is go into Trevor, and that's game. Oh, well, I don't know if he runs 2 Trevors. Okay, he runs 2 Trevors, so that's game. He picks up all of these cards, and he attacks for game. I was trying to think of if there was another way that Top Dollar could have won, assuming he didn't run 2 Trevors, but I don't know. I feel like Trevor's that fucking dude, man. Like, Trevor is real as shit. I guess he could have, like, attacked with Delta Rose popped the scout and then like had Trevor attack or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, it basically Sotelo Knights take this. Thank you guys for watching as always.